Well, no one likes setting up in the rain, so I'll get this rod out now everything's finally up. Probably put the other one out as well, and I'll tell you what we're up to today. Well, it's definitely raining today. Only mad dogs and Englishmen, as they say. I'm not sure which one I am. Well, I know I'm one, and I'm probably the other. Brilliant. Wouldn't have it any other way. Of course I would. Good morning, and welcome back to the DanGoesOutdoors YouTube channel. Now, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe. I put out videos most Sunday mornings. I used to say every Sunday morning, but now I'm getting a little bit older and life's getting in the way. It's still most Sundays, but I do miss the odd one. And today you catch me out barbel fishing. Yeah, I was gonna go pike fishing today, but it's still quite warm and mild, and with all this rain, the rivers that I prefer to pike fish on got about an extra metre in them, and I just thought, if I'm going to kick off my pike season, I want to do it right, and these conditions look better for barbel, so decided to come barbel fishing instead. There's a jet running around up there. Now, annoyingly, because I was sort of all ready for pike fishing, I've forgotten a few things. I've forgotten my PVA, so I'm going to go in with more of an extra large paste wrap pellet, just to create a bit of smell down there, and I'll have to hand feed some pellets over the top. Come on, mate. Well, that's a little better. Now, the weather, as you can see, it's going to be raining pretty much all day. There's some water coming down from the hills, so as the day goes on, the river's going to come up, it's going to colour. Does mean there's going to be a lot of debris coming down, so this 3-ounce lead may turn into a 4 or even a 5, depending on what happens. Not because you need that to hold bottom, but by the time all that debris builds up on it, I just don't want it slipping. So I might as well go with something heavier. Yeah, let's get this out there and hope that I'm right, and that these conditions are bang on for barbel. Or a big chub, that'd be nice. Very slippy today. I've got my dog spike and rope, so I'm probably going to put that in just so I've got something to support me. Not that the bank's steep, but yeah, it's just not worth going in. Might be a bit of water on the lens there, but anyway. If you don't know, this is what I'm talking about when I say my dog spike and rope. So it is one of those things that you screw into the ground and you tie a dog lead to. And I'm not saying I could hang my full body weight off that, but if I slip in, it's something that I can grab a hold of and use to help pull myself back onto the bank. Now, it's not very deep out there, and I'm a strong swimmer, but why bother? And if it stops me slipping and getting a boot full, then so be it, you know. Only takes a few seconds to put up, weighs nothing, and if you find some nice green rope, also blends in, so you know that helps you catch more fish as well. Right, let's get it in. There we go. Quick test. Yeah, pretty good. Alright, let's drop that down there. Guide it around that rock. Bang. So again, not saying it's something to climb a tree with or whatever, but if I do slip in down there, I've got something that I can grab onto. And even when I'm casting, and that's something to help myself stand up and get back in my chair, because it's so slippy now. It's only going to get worse as the day goes on. Okay, so add to the list of things I've forgotten to bring with me today, a catapult. I was hoping to ping pellets out from under my umbrella, but I'm gonna have to go out there and chuck them. I didn't bring many because I would normally just bring enough to make up, you know, half a dozen PVA bags, but nah. I'm gonna feed from kind of the end of a tree down to where that other tree is, a little bit further back this way, and create a bit of a run of pellets that my big pellet and paste will start, if you like. If you like, who says that? Me a lot. There we go, let's give that a try. Since we're a little bit brolly bound and I wanted to film my rods a bit, see if we can get an early bite on film, I thought I'd go through a few comments, give you guys some shout outs, answer a few questions. I don't just like doing shout outs for the sake of it, but if you ask a genuinely interesting question, I've tried to reply as informatively as I can. I don't mind a little bit of criticism, but I've been fishing for long enough now to know that a lot of fishing is just opinion, basically. There's that many rigs, baits, tactics, tackle out there that you can pretty much just pick a reliable method, use it in conditions that you know it to work in, and I wouldn't say expect to catch. You still have to use a lot of watercraft and find the fish, but the point I'm making is that's what's important, the location and whatnot. So if you think I should be using a size 10 instead of a size 8, I really don't care. Sorry to say that, but yeah, I do what I like to do, and as you see, generally it works in the end. I'm sure I could probably catch a few more fish if I fished differently, but I really enjoy the way I go about it. So let's get into it. A few things. A guy called James, who comments most weeks, really nice guy. I think he lives in the States. He was worried that the barbel fishing videos are going to come to an end, but as you can see, I'm back out doing it again. And him and a guy called Luke, Virtual Gamer UK, both wanted me to do a little tackle box tour, show you in my rucksack and all that, which I think I will do. I'll probably do it in better conditions while I'm out on the bank. I don't really like doing videos from home. I'd rather do it while I'm fishing, so at least there's a chance of a rod going off while I'm chatting rubbish like this. But yeah, it generally changes anyway, because what I put in my bag for barbel is different to carp and pike and that, but you'll be surprised how little stuff I'll take with me. But yeah, we'll go through that one day, I'm sure. Maybe this side of Christmas and New Year's. This was funny on the Tom's Pond video. Guy called DT. Nice, fill in a swim and move. Hope nobody dropped into swim tem after you moved. Yeah, mate, I put in like 2 handfuls of pellets. I massively filled it in, didn't I? Yeah, Richard Juice, he's been doing really well recently, I think on this river by the sounds of it. I had free chub out a little while ago. Chris Hanford, top guy, likes that I fish commercials. My attitude has changed a lot to fishing this year, just to expand on Chris's point there. You might have noticed that I've been coming to this river a lot. I've been going to Norton Disney a bit more, places like that, because now I just want to get bites. Like, I just want to catch fish. I've done enough sort of in my mid-20s for a good few years. I really grinded hard on especially that big gravel pit you see me fishing, and I did pretty well. I remember I had a dozen fish one year, which is a pretty good score for that place, including both the biggest and the second biggest fish in the lake, fish that's sadly dead now. But yeah, now I'm quite happy going through this period of time where I just want to go out and enjoy it and catch fish and make good videos for you guys, and it does help the video if it's got a fish in it. I'm quite happy to show a blank, but I'll generally mix the blank in with a video where I have caught. So yeah, I'm quite happy to go to commercials, and while my mates are getting into fishing a bit more, I'm yeah, having a great time going with them. Moment in Time, that's Bruce. He's a top guy. He does his own fishing. Check out his channel. Yeah, it's just called A Moment in Time, and he does like a fishing diary. James Hodgkinson, PVA bags. What do I put in my PVA bags for barbel? Well, I wish I could show you, but I've left my PB at home. I just use whatever I've got in my shed, mate. I don't think there's a set recipe. I'll quite happily mix carp pellets and barbel, halibut, ellipse type pellets. I think a mix does help, just to keep the fish guessing, really. And I think different size pellets will settle in different places out there. And I quite often break a boilie or two in there as well. And about a golf ball is pretty much the size you want in a mesh bag. But yeah, just don't complicate it. If you're going to buy a couple of bags of pellets, you might as well buy 2 different ones. Oh, my left hand rod just knocked a little. Yeah, if you're going to buy a couple of bags of pellets, you might as well buy 2 different ones. So there's some different breakdowns out there. And yeah, break a couple of boilies in as well, and that'll do fine. A few more, let's say some names while we're going through. James, my man, fishing with Ringo, Tom Hilton carp fishing. He's the one at Norton that I was calling Jack Hilton for some reason. I completely forgot his name when he told me it like 10 seconds before. But no, he went into that peg after me at Norton, blanked, and then moved and caught a 21 pound 6 and 20 pound 8 mirror. So that is fantastic. 2 20s. Well done, Tom, not Jack. Wazzy wazzy, wazzy wazzy. Oh, this is the usual why do you use 2 rods when barbel fishing? I appreciate that it's just trying to help, so I did reply to that one. But yeah, my attitude in fishing in general is not necessarily the more rods the better, but if you can use 2, then why wouldn't you? I don't think fish are what people would call like line shy or whatever. I don't really believe in that. I'm sure like they know they're being fished for, but I don't think it's because of lines going through the water. I think it's because it's something alien in their environment. So as long as you're using a relatively concealed rig, that's fine by me. And you know, there are situations where I will only use 1 rod. Say I'm roving a lot, so I don't want to take more weight with me, or if it's a kind of damage limitation type thing. So if it's really in flood and I'm losing gear or blunting hooks a lot, then I'll just use 1 rod to try and cut down on the amount of stuff that I'm losing. But in most situations like this here, and in some of the other swims I fish, I'm more than happy to put 2 out. Quite like that you can contrast the methods. You know, I've got the man-made pellet and paste on the upstream, and I've got the natural worms on the downstream rod, and I can swap those around. And I have had sessions, well, you'll have seen this year, where one's caught and the other's caught, or I've had sessions where only one of the methods has caught. So it does make me think, if I just stuck it out with 1 rod, would I have caught those fish? Who knows? Yeah, I don't really think it's crowding the swim. I've never really had any issues. And yeah, while I can fish 2 rods, I'm more than happy to. And yeah, interestingly, you know, not to have a go at Wazzy Wazzy, and his comment was well phrased, and I appreciate he's only trying to help. But if you watch me succeed and catch several fish, then there's not really anywhere to go from there. If it's worked, then it's worked. So yeah, not really much you can criticize. But anyway, moving on. Won't do many more. Harry Turner, John Loxley, Rob Mitchell, good guys. A Moment in Time Again, The Tipping Point, Christopher Simpson, Stephen Brooks. Yeah, sounds like they're looking forward to pike fishing, which I did hope to be doing today, but while it's good for barbel, I might as well take the chance and get out there. Look at the weather now. Lovely. Matthew Turner, Rich Pease, Paul Richards, my man Will. In case you don't know, Will comments on a lot of my videos, and often unfishing related, or he tries to tie it into fishing comment. He's my mate who doesn't fish, but he's a big supporter of the channel. He gave me my first camera to go out and make my first few videos. Hi DanGoesOutdoors, I don't drive. Can you recommend any taxi services that can take someone fishing? And a few of you actually answered sincerely to that, like, oh, if you just ring a taxi firm, they'll take you. Nah, he's taken a mick, because we recently did Alex's stag and I ordered a few taxis and never showed up, and we all went to different places. So yeah, don't bite the bait that Will is dangling. Logan122, He's always supported it. Matthew Tanner, in fact Logan's proper OG guy. Louis RB, the solid bag kid. Nice, I've got into solid bags recently. Joyhausen Booth, Kevin Lawrence. Yeah, that'll do for now. Yeah, so hopefully that answers a few questions, tells you what I'm all about. Get a few shout outs on YouTube as well. And yeah, I do really appreciate all the comments. I don't mind if they're a little bit critical of my techniques, but just accept that I do take it all with a pinch of salt, and I'm probably just going to keep doing what I want to do. But yeah, thank you for it all. Thank you for subscribing. And let's just keep our eyes on these rods and hope one nails over with a big barbel on. What is this? It's got a little perch or something messing with it. Well, I don't think there's anything on here, but I'll just double check it. Bloody hell. This is proper rain. Oh, B-22 Osprey going over. Oh, I don't know if I want one of the rods to go off right now. Still raining. Whoa. Well, while it's not too heavy, I'm just going to sneak a recast in. It's a good job I am, because when I wound in, the hook on the previous rig had already been blunted slightly. Well, just had the rod wrapped round a couple of times, picked it up, nothing there, disappointing. So we can just reset and do it again. Luckily it's still only like 2 o'clock, so a daytime bite I didn't really expect anyway. It's just coming up on about 3:30 now, which this time of year means got a couple more hours of proper like prime time. So I'm going to redo everything. I haven't had a lot since that last kind of missed bite or whatever it was, a few bangs on this upstream rod. So what I'm going to do is, if anything, I'm going to put this one further upstream and then have my worm rod, which I have been exploring downstream. I'm going to have that just below it, because that's where I'm getting the bites from. That's where I might as well put both my rods. So since we've had a couple of bangs and don't really seem to be connecting, I've just changed it up a little bit. I've put on a smaller, sharper hook, a bit tighter to the bait. So hopefully whatever these plucks and bangs are will convert into a fish on the bank. And as always, wrapping it in the paste. Right, let's give that a go. It's about 2-3 weeks later, something like that, and I'm back. Again, another sort of short afternoon, evening session. It's just gone about 11:30, 12. So at this time of year, that gives us maybe 5 or so hours of fishing. I've come to the same stretch, but I've come a few spots downstream. The conditions are completely different. I did think we were going to get a bit, maybe even a bit of a flood on last time I was here, but it never really happened. It has now happened, it's gone through, but it's still quite high, bit coloured, looks good though. So I'm going to start in this swim. Might be a bit too pacey, but we'll give it a go for an hour or so. And then if not, I might end up just going back to the original spot, because that looks really good in this condition, but I thought I'd try somewhere different first. Right, big bait out first, then we'll stick the worms out as well. Same tactics as last time pretty much, but I've remembered my PVA. Might have to set my rope up too. Got the worms now, and a bit of a heavier lead than I normally put my worm rod, but as you can see there's loads of stuff coming through, so I don't want it shifting. So yeah, 3 ounce gripper when I normally use maybe 1.5 ounces, or oh, that has hit my line. No man. See, big heavy lead on and it's not moved. I've been in the swim fishing for maybe an hour or so now, and I'm just not getting the good vibes, you know. This rod has been moved out of position a couple of times. So much rubbish on it, and does seem to be quite a bit of pace coming through this narrow swim. Look at all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go upstream and bait up that spot that we fished last time. Come back here, give it another hour or so, because I've caught so many fish from here that I'm sure if I can get a bait presented well for a while it will work. But I just don't want this to be the spot that I spend the evening in if it's not presenting well. So yeah, we're winding bait up that other swim, then we've got that in our back pocket if we need it. There we go, probably looked like a lot, but I bet it was barely a handful really. So yeah, that'll settle. Looking at it, I do like the look of this swim. I may end up moving here anyway, but yeah, we'll give it another cast in that first one. No surprise, I'm gonna get on the move. Gave it a good few hours here for nothing. No bites, no rattles on the worms even. So we'll go and see if anything's settled over those pellets. Just had a good bang on this to the point that I struck at it. Right, brilliant. Oh, excited. going on? How did that not get hooked? Well, I don't know what's going on. That one even pulled line out the bait runner. The hook's sharp, the rig's good, and you'd think pulling a 4-ounce lead behind it would hook itself properly, but no, apparently not. Maybe it's small barbel or chub, I don't know. Just get it back in there. Very much last cast time. Can't believe we got a run and it didn't become a fish on the bank. But who knows, this could be it. That is prime. Get it out there nice and fresh. Brilliant time of day for it. Oh my god, it's finally happened. Oh. Don't know if you're going to see much of this. Rod was banging like crazy for ages. Thought it's got to go eventually. And it did. See where the fish is. Oh man. Fish on, keep it on. Loving this inside stuff. Barbel. Always one last one. Yet there is still some light in the sky. I'm just going to pack away, leave the fish in the net, show you it and go. Man, I'm buzzed about that. The rod was just banging away and I'm like, it's going to have to go at some point. Just nothing. Oh, when are you going to go? I'm sat there and just, come on. I unhooked the fish in the net, packed everything away, so I'm ready to go. And we have got a lovely, really long barbel here. For its size, the fish is so long. And as I said, just so many bangs on the rod. Finally it went. There it is. As I so often say, made up for that blank session. How many of my videos end like this with me already packed away, holding a barbel, ready to go home happy? that journey home is so much nicer having not blanked and just put back a brilliant fish. Car smells a bit with a wet net and a mat, but who cares? Lovely. Show the other side. Nice. Ooh. Stunning little Yorkshire barbel. £3–4, something like that, but it doesn't matter. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more to come. I'll probably do a little bit more barbel fishing. I've already started my piking. But yeah, that's great. I love my days off. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.